All right. Interestingly, Russia was not the only country visited by Prime Minister during his visit. After wrapping up a landmark visit to Russia, Prime Minister also visited Austria. Now, Prime Minister Modi held delegation-level talks with Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer at the Federal Chancellery in Vienna. Key areas of discussion included trade and investment, with both leaders expressing a commitment to enhancing economic cooperation. Not to forget, the Indian diaspora has also played a very significant role in Vienna and in fact in Austria overall. Addressing the Indian community in Vienna particularly, Prime Minister Modi also said that India is working towards being the best, the brightest, achieving the biggest and reaching the highest milestones. This was the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Austria in 41 years. Remember, Indira Gandhi was the last Indian Prime Minister to visit the country back in the year 1983. In fact, CNN News 18's Sanjay Suri brings you a report.
Consider the start of this visit, Akanksha, for a moment. The PM leaves on July the 8th and he makes a departure statement that India is looking to play a supportive role towards a peaceful settlement. And about the same time, Russia launches its biggest attack into Ukraine for a long time. Quite apart from the death and destruction, how respectful is this to a declared peacemaker? And once the Indian PM is in Moscow, in the middle of all the ruins we see in Ukraine, we see a happy togetherness between the two leaders. They are set up and filmed having tea in Moscow, admiring horses, taking a ride in a golf cart, and of course that hug. All this worked for Putin clearly. It was an exhibition of business as usual for Russia. The leader of the world's biggest democracy is in Moscow, dealing with him and dealing with him very happily. It didn't work for India. This whole dealing with Russia had been quite rightly kept in low key. It was underplayed. This visit just threw it all in the face of the world. It turned out to be provocative. Zelensky reacted with fury. India has been playing sort of neutral peace broker between Ukraine and Russia. The PM met Zelensky at the G7 only a few weeks back. Now that position is lost. Zelensky is not about to hug Modi or hug him back in a hurry, physically or politically. And this visit brought the sternest warning yet from the US about India's relations with Russia. The PM has said the right things, of course, about this not being an era of war. The battlefield is not the answer, but that has all been undermined by this imagery out of Moscow. A lot of the world is now looking at a mismatch between what gets said and what gets done.